May 30th, 1987. Roxanne Sharp left her job at a convenience store in Everett, Washington, and vanished. Her body was found 5 days later in a wooded area, with a gunshot wound to the head and her hands bound behind her back with duct tape. A podcast has finally cracked the 40-year-old cold case. Roxanne Sharp's family received a phone call from an unknown person claiming responsibility for her murder, but the call was never traced or confirmed. According to reports, the family endured a long and emotional journey, struggling to find closure. But that is not the strangest part. On her last day, Roxanne Sharp worked at the convenience store, and her car was found abandoned in a parking lot near her workplace, with no signs of forced entry or struggle. A witness reported seeing a man near the store, but the lead was never pursued. Investigators still cannot explain one thing. June 4th, 1987. Roxanne Sharp's body was found in a wooded area, 5 days after she vanished. The cause of death, a gunshot wound to the head, with her hands bound behind her back with duct tape. But that is not the most disturbing part. According to reports, a hair sample found near Roxanne Sharp's body was collected as evidence. Years later, in 2006, this DNA evidence would be used to link Gary Leon Ridgway to the crime. The significance of this hair sample cannot be overstated. Investigators still cannot explain one thing. Gary Leon Ridgway, the Green River Killer, had a history of heinous crimes, with 49 known victims. But what motivated him to commit such acts? His background reveals a disturbing pattern of behavior. Subscribe to this channel for a new unsolved case every week. And now, the question remains: how many more victims are still unknown? According to reports, Roxanne Sharp's family received a chilling phone call from an unknown person claiming responsibility for her murder. The call was never traced or confirmed, leaving the family with more questions than answers. But that is not the most disturbing part. A witness reported seeing a man matching the suspect's description near the convenience store where Roxanne Sharp worked. However, the lead was never pursued, and the witness's statement was not thoroughly investigated. Investigators still cannot explain why this crucial lead was overlooked. The Roxanne Sharp case sent shockwaves through the community, leaving local residents and authorities stunned. As the investigation unfolded, the community came together to support the Sharp family, but the case remained a dark cloud over the town. The impact of the case still lingers, and the truth behind Roxanne's murder continues to haunt the community. According to reports, a podcast helped crack the 40-year-old case of Roxanne Sharp's murder by piecing together evidence and interviewing key individuals, including hosts and producers who worked tirelessly to identify Gary Ridgway as the killer. Gary Ridgway's confession to Roxanne Sharp's murder was a dramatic turning point, with the serial killer revealing the shocking details of his crime, and Roxanne's family finally receiving the answers they had been seeking for decades. Though the emotional toll of the revelation was immense. Today, Roxanne Sharp's gravesite stands as a haunting reminder of the tragedy, with the podcast host reflecting on the case and the many unanswered questions that still surround Gary Ridgway's motives. A chilling conclusion to a case that will forever be etched in the minds of those who followed it. That is where the case stands today. Subscribe so you never miss a case like this one.